baseball from the Lone Star State. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab, Jacob deGrom.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Massey. Kwai to kick the pitch. Edge of the zone for a strike, and away we go this afternoon. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Just missed. One out, base is empty. Fastball for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And that one missing low. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Right-hander kicks, deals. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming. The pitch. And it's filled up. Vinny Pasquantino to bat next. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground to third. Young fires to first on the run. That was a strong at-bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
And here it comes. Right through there for a strike. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. Two out, space is empty. That one almost got him. Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. KC down in order. And now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back in Arlington, and on the hill here today, Seth Lugo.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
There's a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch in the dirt. 1-2 to count. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. Infielder shifted to the right. Shortstop just to the left of second. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And that's ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He's got it. And there are 2 down. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. Now with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Kicks and deals. That misses the zone. And a count 1-2. And he chases that one. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Rangers go down quickly there. Scoreless after 1. Back at Globe Life Field. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate.
Salvador Perez.
DeGrom back to work. That pitch clips the outside corner. It's 0-1. That one is upstairs.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he establishes that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
And a count 1-2. Yeah, Fillmore, kind of, I don't know, you'd say maybe an umpire's umpire, but really consistent, very fair. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And another ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Down the line, and it's foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Well, you talk about a pitch coming in on a frozen rope. The challenges of catching up to 100 miles an hour or above is just tremendous. You see it, at least you think you do, but by the time you swing, it's in the catcher's mitt.
Making a move at second base. On the run for the Royals, Garrett Hampson. Now at the plate, M.J. Melendez. Now a check swing, but he held up. With the go-ahead run standing at second here at the top of the second. DeGrom checks the runner. Hampson dives back in safely.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Andrew Heaney, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Dunning warming up as well. Hampson, the runner at second with one away. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Good job to fight that one off. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And a swing and a miss there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The 1-2. That one gets down for a hit. The run scores from second, and it's 1-0.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Here's Tommy Pham. Fastball right back to the mound. Tosses to first. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's the show. So coming into the game now on defense, Paul DeYoung. He takes over as the new first baseman. Well, 1-run game. Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. And he deals. And a strike in there.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Runner takes off for third. There's a ball. Throw, tag, out. What a throw by Salvador Perez.
That's just a poor decision right there, and I'm sure somebody's going to talk to him when he gets back into the dugout. You have to understand who's at the plate and who's coming up. These are guys that can drive the ball in the gap, hit the ball over the fence. You don't have to worry about being aggressive and trying to get yourself up, especially at third base in that situation. Just doesn't make any sense. Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swings and misses. And the count is even 2-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So it's their last chance in this one. So next to hit for Texas, Josh Smith. First offering, and it just misses. Trying to close out a one-run lead. Yeah, the home team trying to pull it out. Fouled off. He was late. The wind and the pitch. The Rangers down to their final strike. One and two now. Battling here as he fouls it away. A one-run lead, bottom half of inning number 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 1-2. That's smacked on a line to center. And that'll do it. The Royals get a shutout on the mound.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals.